Okay, let's get back to business. So in this video, I'm going to do a little bit basic idea of the regression line. That's the next thing we do, by the way. Okay, so it's a line, straight line. Remember what's a straight line? Either horizontal, vertical, increasing, decreasing. Okay, graph, find the equation. Graph, or you need 2 points. And find the equation, or you need 1 point and a slope. 1 point and a slope. Just remember that. Don't forget that. This is still a straight line. In this case, just call regression line. It's a line, by the way. Okay. So, now check this out. Just I told before, there's a 6 name for this, or you can call regression line. Just I said you should look it up. What's the word regression mean in English? Is that same meaning in this case? So, and then again, prediction line. You can see that it's color coded, just to say. So you can see the red one by itself, the green one by itself, and then this one is a bad fit or least square line together. You can say. So and then you can say line of averages. Remember the average. There's a 3 things: mean, medium, mode. In this case, refer to the mean. M-E-A-N. Basically, these two go together. Line of means. Okay. So. Again, base idea is looking for correlation. Again, I'm emphasize, not causation. Base idea doesn't mean something cause something. Okay. So I'm gonna give this as an example. Don't get mad on me. Just for example. Okay. So don't smoke when you plan it. Okay. So or don't drink either. So okay. So again, this is say smoking and pregnancy. Okay. You're looking for correlation, or can say association. Okay. Do they associate to each other? Okay. Or can say smoking and lung cancer, smoking and lung cancer. Okay, so probably you can see that there's obvious correlation. Sometimes there's not obvious correlation. It's more interesting. Besides, dear Dr. Lam, you're going to see the claim of Dr. Lam will be in the medical journal. Blah 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 blah. So again, first of all, you need to put up a number. Besides, in this case, in the homework you're doing later on, not right now. Besides here, you know what X represents. In this case, X, number of packs of cigarette. Anybody smoke? How many cigarettes in the pack? And then the Y will be the birth weight of a baby. So, and then this is in pound. Okay. When you have time, you're going to see this problem later on. When you do it, don't give me 500-pound baby. I'm not sure if you know how heavy is a 500-pound. So, don't give me negative 500-pound either, by the way. So, again, you go down to a survey and then collect data. Just for example, this is the number of packs of cigarette, and then this is the birth weight. So amount of smoke like 200 packs of cigarette. Well, that's a lot, but I'm not sure. Anybody smoke? So again, the birth weight will be 7.5 pounds. Okay, so amount of smoke 200, the birth weight of baby is 7.5. And then this is the amount of smoke 50, and then the birth weight will be 8.5 pounds, and you collect data, and then there's a lot, by the way. Okay. In example, for in this class, the data point is very small, by the way, probably 10 at the most, probably. In real life, there's a lot, by the way. So, besides that, the more you know, the better approximation you have. Okay. So, again, next, probably going to draw a scatter plot. Okay, if you know what scattering is, it's like the rain job, or can say black job, whatever. So, you want to keep a kid busy. If you babysit someone, you can say draw a scatter plot. The kid go like, okay, that's what the. So, just like a rain job, that's all. Just for example, you can just say, the kid just go crazy. Okay, so scatter plot. So, and again, draw the scatter plot, the system. Number of packs cigarette, and then this is the birth weight. Okay. And next question is what kind of association? Okay. And besides looking for one of this. In this case, I'm going to use the name bad fit because I have a picture. Okay. Bad fit line. This bad fit the scatter plot. Okay. So what does that mean? What does bad fit mean? Probably the answer is in front of you. Okay. You can look it up in your textbook. Mr. Lapasi did a lot of things on this. Okay. Later, I'm going to give you how come there were 6 different names, but each name have a own meaning, base idea. Just keep missing that like a box. A box has 6 faces. There's a top, bottom, left, right, front, back. Doesn't matter which face you're looking at. You're looking at the same box. Okay. So again, here you go. Let me draw that for you. Okay, so this idea probably this one is bare fit. What does bare fit mean? Okay, so you can say this is the regression line. Or you can say bare fit line. Okay. So, and according to this, I'm not sure you know this, what kind of correlation you have. Again, all I care about is this two things because of horizontal and vertical. Not interesting, by the way, just a few minutes. So, again, direct correlation based idea, I'm going to ask you to say it in English. The more, or you can say turn around, the less, the less. In this case, what kind of thing? According to this study. Okay, so when you say inverse, then you say the more, the less. Okay, say turn around, the less, the more. Again, emphasize according to the thing I draw. What kind of thing is this? So, X and Y, smoking and pregnancy. Okay. So, again, I can mention that the thing is unusual, it's more interesting. Let me emphasize that. Okay. In this case, I don't know if you know this is the inverse correlation actually, because this is decreasing. Excuse me. So, this is the inverse correlation. So, and besides what the mean is, this is kind of interesting. So, it's true, but so, again, besides the more amount of small, okay, the less lower, we can say, birth weight of baby is. Or can turn around, by the way, okay, say the same thing. So, besides the less amount of small, the heavier birth weight of baby is. Okay, so one is decreasing, one is increasing. One is increasing, one is decreasing. That's what that means. Okay, according to this study, you can emphasize. Okay, and then if this is direct based idea, what that means is the more amount of small, the heavier baby is, or can turn around, the less amount of small, the lower birth weight of baby is. Okay, decreasing, decreasing. If you say direct, increasing. Increasing. Okay, so any question comment about the basic idea? Okay, so again, what's the equation of regression line, by the way? Okay, remember we're looking for y equal to mx plus b. That's why I did that at the beginning of the semester. And also, how do you get the equation of a straight line? All you need is a 1 point and a slope. 1 point and a slope. Okay, and actually the 1 point is given to you. And then the slope, probably you calculate out. You can look up your textbook, but okay. So, any question comment about the basic idea of regression line, or can say bare fit line? Okay. So, let me recap. So, basic idea looking for correlation or association based idea. Okay. And again, I emphasize it's not causation. I keep using the analogy of smoking and cancer. Basic idea. They're correlated. It doesn't mean you say smoking, you're going to cause a cancer. I don't know if you notice or encounter people. Basically, a person smoke like hell. Basically, doesn't get a lung cancer. And then people don't smoke at all, get the lung cancer. Kind of just to say. Probably also a second smoke, by the way. Okay, so don't smoke. So, basically, doesn't cause it. Basically, probably there's a correlation. Doesn't somebody cause somebody. So in this case, smoking and pregnancy. And then again, so X and Y and survey, and then draw a scatter plot. And then probably look at, so bare fit line. Again, this is a linear. If it doesn't look like linear, cannot do this. Okay. And looking for correlation, either direct or inverse. And then again, what's the equation? Again, 1 point of slope. Okay. So, and I'm going to flip the other side. Just remember that it's the same thing. I want a one number. That would tell me, do I have the direct or inverse? That's what the LCC comes in. In a sense, it's a little bit like the slope. Okay, LCC is not exactly a slope. LCC stands for linear correlation coefficient. Okay, so I'm going to step away so you can see the whole whiteboard. I'm going to flip. I'm going to talk about a little bit about LCC. And after that I'm going to do example. So. Okay, so let's check this out. Okay, so I want a single number that will tell me do I have increasing or decreasing, or can say increasing, decreasing. Okay, so this is what this number comes in. So it's LCC, so linear correlation coefficient. Again, it's not linear because I cannot use it. It's kind of pointless. Okay, and just like talking about COVID-19 base idea. So it's not linear base idea. Base idea is kind of exponential or whatever. So base idea curve a little bit, not go straight. Okay. So again, it's like the average value base idea. So on the top, I don't know if you know this. So base idea x minus x bar, y minus y bar. I'm not sure you know what that means. It's a deviation base idea. On the top, it's a deviation product. And I want to get the average. Remember how you get the average? I need sum this up. And then divide by how many number there. And again, this is standard deviation x, standard deviation for y. So I need to know those two numbers. So kind of standardize a little bit. Remember, standardize. Okay. So again, there's a formula for you to calculate. So just you go with this one. Go with the way I showed to you. Okay. So there's a formula. Just peel, just calculate out that number. In this case, it means something. Mr. Particular thing. You can Google it if you look it up in your textbook if you want. Okay. So this is on the top deviation. I'm going to point to you one thing is, on the top, that's the thing contributed side changing. Because bottom is never negative, by the way. Okay. So, and again, that number between minus 1 and 1, okay, so between minus 100 and 100. Okay. So this idea, the idea you can get to the 100 or can get to closer to minus 100. That's what you try to get, by the way. Okay. So, and again, if r is equal to 0%, just like a test, basically you get 0%, get a, what was it? So, and again, no association, you can say low linear correlation. Okay. So, if r equal to 100, base idea, you get a perfect direct correlation. Okay. Base idea, what the mean is, remember the other side, the scatter plot, base idea, every point is on that line. Boop. Base idea, okay? Base idea, I don't know if you know that's what I write down here. You hit the nail on the head, boom, okay? Same idea for r is equal to negative 100. Every point is on the regression line, every point on the benefit line. And this is perfect inverse correlation, and then this is a perfect direct correlation. In both cases, you hit the nail on the head, boom, okay? So, bam, you hit the nail on the head. So, again, if this, most of the time, never happen, okay? Unless you fix the data. So don't speak for your data, let the data speak for you. Okay. So again, most likely it's this case or this case. It's between 0% and 100%. Okay. So again, this is the direct. So this idea, the more, the less, the less. Or can say it's the inverse. The more, the less, the more, which we want to say it. Okay. So any question comment about the LCC? Again, a single number that will tell me do I have a direct or inverse. Okay. If you're horizontal and vertical, not interesting. This idea, that's what this one comes in actually. So, no association. If you get this number and this number, most likely unlikely. You did it there. So, okay. So, let's kind of write down a couple of notes. So, this idea, the point means x bar and y bar. Remember what's the mean? Beside this, your center, center universe, center your line. Beside this, center your house, your home. What is your center right now? Okay, sex, education, money, whatever. So everything kind of go around with it. Okay, hopefully the thing go around with it, not that far from it. Okay, so just like our solar system, sun's the center. And then the other planet just go around the sun. Hopefully the one planet doesn't decide to say, oh, I'm going to go off for today. Oh, probably big trouble. Okay, if you do that. So, and this is something, this is point mean. In this case, it's 2D. So besides you can think about, just for example, you can say this is the solar system. Where do you put your sun is? Okay. So besides that, kind of balance it out. And besides, if you want to, again, if you want to babysit, if you babysit somebody, so if you draw a scatter plot, you can cut out a cardboard just like this and ask the kid to locate where the point means. Beside it, in other words, you can say central. So, or you can say center gravity. Okay, so beside what that means is where you put your pencil is. So put your pencil beside the planet balance out. Okay. So, but don't give a kid a pointy pencil. Be careful. Okay, so that's what the point means. X bar, Y bar. Okay. And again, I don't know if you remember, so this is the standard deviation for X, standard deviation for Y. So basically, you calculate standard deviation for X, standard deviation for Y. Okay. So when you do it, again, set up a table. Give me 7 columns. I'm going to do it. So again, I'm going to give you 2 examples. Okay. So in the next video, I'm going to do 1 example. I'm going to need another example, give you some time to try it. So you should try it. Okay. And then give you the answer in the video. So again, give me 7 columns. Okay. X and Y. So you should do color coding a little bit. So this is X deviation for X deviation squared. Okay. So blah, blah, blah. Okay. And then this is the Y deviation for Y, deviation square for Y. Okay. Remember that when you sum up deviation, what do you get? And the same idea when you sum up the deviation for what do you get? Before you go on, so you should check that by the way. Okay. So if you don't check, it will go on. By the way, if you go on, whatever, I will write you wrong. By the way, it's pointless. Okay, so chain reaction. If you don't get 0, base idea after that will be wrong. Okay. So again, this one is the deviation product. Base idea, this deviation times the Y deviation. Okay. Remember, this is where contribute sign changing. And also they will tell you if you get a plus, will be a direct. If there's a minus, they will give you the inverse. And then you want to get closer to negative 100. Base idea is like a grade you can consider. Base idea you want to get a 100%. Base idea you want to get an A, get it. So perfect. So again, if you get perfect, something like this. Hopefully you don't get perfect. So base idea, if you get 80, that's pretty good. By the way, okay, association, probably going to see Dr. Lam going to publish that whatever. So association, correlation, okay, between head size and whatever. Or can say finger size, finger length, whatever. Okay. So again, they say they will get to 100 and then negative 100. You want to get closer to 0. Just like grade, and the same idea here, you want to get close to 0. Again, give me 7 columns when you do it. Okay, so any question coming about the LCC? Any question coming about the base idea of the regression line? Okay, so again, set up a table, give me the 7 columns. This is the 7 columns. Okay, see you in the next video.